Science Journal for Kids and Teens presents How Can Gratitude Help Healthcare Workers? Adapted from the original peer-reviewed paper in the Journal of Medical Internet Research, published on May 14, 2020. Research conducted by Catherine Adair, Larissa Rodriguez-Holmes, and Brian Sexton from Duke University. See the full list of authors in the accompanying PDF. Read by Jacqueline Yeung. Abstract. Have you ever felt stressed? It's not very pleasant. Most healthcare workers feel stress every day. Often, that prolonged stress leads to emotional exhaustion. There are different ways to deal with this, but they can take too long or are expensive. What if there was a simpler way to reduce emotional exhaustion? Many studies show that gratitude can increase happiness. We asked healthcare workers to write a letter of gratitude. We assessed their levels of emotional exhaustion before and after this assignment. After using our method, healthcare workers had lower levels of emotional exhaustion. They also said they were happier. Introduction. Have you ever had too much homework? Or have you been very worried during a test? If you have, you've probably felt stress. Those worries can make your body feel bad, too. The good thing is that stress usually goes away. Having fun, doing exercises, and getting more sleep are good ways to make stress disappear. What if you are worrying every day, though? Imagine you are a doctor or a nurse. You have to take care of other people. Every day, your decisions have consequences on your patients' health and lives. You probably work long and unpredictable hours. You have to talk to worried patients' families. Pretty stressful, right? This long-term stress can have negative consequences. It can lead to emotional exhaustion, which doesn't go away that easily. And it is pretty common among healthcare workers. So, how can they cope? Most existing treatment for emotional exhaustion can take a long time or a lot of effort. For example, meditation helps but takes more time than healthcare workers usually have. What if there is a simpler tool to reduce emotional exhaustion? Gratitude is a very powerful emotion. It improves our mental health and increases happiness. It helps us to sleep better, too. Some studies show that gratitude is better at doing this than hope or compassion. We wanted to use the power of gratitude to help healthcare workers. But would it reduce emotional exhaustion? This is what we wanted to find out. In the pictures below, we can see that working in healthcare can be very rewarding, but emotional exhaustion is common. Methods. We created an online survey where we asked healthcare workers several questions to assess their level of emotional exhaustion. We then showed the participants their score and asked their opinion on it. Afterward, we asked the participants to write a letter of gratitude. Half of the participants had to focus the letter on themselves, that is, how the recipient's help was important to them, or self-focused. The other half had to focus on the recipient's qualities, other-focused. We analyzed the words the participants used. We wanted to see if there were more positive or negative words. A week later, we asked for a follow-up. We wanted to see if the emotional exhaustion levels had changed. This would suggest our method was working. Here in Figure 1, we can see the instructions for the two types of gratitude letter we asked the healthcare workers to write. Think of someone who has done something amazing for you and contributed to your well-being in a big way. Spend the next 7 minutes writing a genuine, kind, and appreciative note. Self-focused. Part 1. Tell this person what they did, how it impacted you, and the benefits you received. Part 2. Tell this person why it was important to you. Other-focused. Part 1. Tell this person what they did, how it impacted you, how it made you feel, and why it was important to you. Part 2. Tell this person what it says about them, that they did this amazing thing for you. You might include what this says about your relationship to this person. Results. A total of 1,575 healthcare workers completed the first part of the study. They answered all our questions and wrote a gratitude letter. After a week, 277 participants returned for the follow-up. We found that emotional exhaustion levels were high at first. The high scores surprised most of the participants. Most of them wanted to do something about it. The higher these levels, the more negative words we found in the letters. At the follow-up, we realized our method seemed to help the participants, as seen in Figure 2 on the next page. It helped reduce their emotional exhaustion and improve happiness. Many said it was easier to think of things to be grateful for. The letter helped both groups, self-focused and other-focused. In Figure 2, we can see that emotional exhaustion and happiness scores before and after the gratitude level are displayed on this graphic. How did the gratitude letter affect healthcare workers' happiness and emotional exhaustion? Discussion. Our gratitude letter method shows promising results. It's simple, cheap, and takes very little time. Few participants returned for the follow-up, yet the majority of them said they felt a lot better. Their emotional exhaustion levels were lower and they reported feeling happier. Receiving their emotional exhaustion score probably helped with that as well. It made them want to change and feel better. Gratitude seems to shift the focus from bad to good things. Participants may have taken some of the best things in their lives for granted. After writing a gratitude letter, they said it was easier to think of things to be grateful for. Conclusion. We all feel stressed sometimes. It doesn't always mean there is something wrong. But if you feel worried and tired often, maybe it's time to change something. If you have too many after-school activities, you could consider dropping one. Make sure you eat healthy food. Try to get enough sleep and do something fun with friends or family. You could try some relaxation exercises like breathing slowly. You could even write a letter of gratitude like in our study, or keep a journal. Thank you for listening to this recording. Visit our website, sciencejournalforkids.org, for more free science teaching resources.